Greetings and thank you for joining the weekly meditation of Calgary Mindfulness, where every Sunday morning we meditate for 15 minutes on a different topic, often suggested by our practicing community. If you would like to join these meditations live, or if you would like to attend in-person meditations around the Calgary area during the summer months, please email calgarymindfulness@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy this practice and wishing you a wonderful week. Thank you for joining today for our weekly Sunday meditation. Based on the emails and other messages I'm getting, people are struggling to manage their stress, and as am I. And I'm also conscious of it and still struggling. So I think probably a lot of us are in the same boat. So that's something we'll explore in today's mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness of our thoughts, mindfulness of the actions we need to take in order to feel like we deserve a break or a mental rest, especially if our sleep is disrupted or we don't have any personal care time. So let's begin by just settling into our bodies, into the awareness of the present moment. There's a short meditation I've been passing on to some of my students who are struggling with anxiety. It's pretty common. You'll find posters of it in doctor's offices. So we'll try it now because this is really handy in a pinch. I last used it when I was getting a blood test and the technician couldn't find my vein. I'm like, ugh. And I found it very helpful. So we'll begin with 5 things we can see looking around our practice room. And that's an easy one. And of course, while we do this practice, noticing how quickly it is, as soon as, like a dog with a bone, we have something else to focus on, we focus on it completely. So it was easy to shut out emotions and thoughts while we're counting 5 things. Breathing in and out. Now counting 4 things we can feel. This could be your hands in your lap, your hair on your shoulders, your clothing on your skin, your feet on the floor, anything like that. The feeling of swallowing or etc. And as we do this, all the while noticing how easy it is to distract our primitive little brains, yay, with a choice, with free will. It just needs to be the right kind of choice. We got to really distract ourselves. Moving on, 3 things we can hear. Those can be inside the body or outside. Finally, 2 things we can smell. Actually, not finally, one more. 2 things we can smell. This is a tricky one. Post-COVID, I basically don't smell anything unless it's really badly burnt. And finally, 1 thing we can taste. And that's going to be morning breath or coffee. We've gone through this quite slowly, filling the spaces with breaths, allowing a relaxed review of the environment. But if you're feeling pretty stressed out, like if you're in pain or need to focus away from a really difficult physical or emotional problem, you can do it really fast, and it gives you just that moment of relief where we understand, hey, we can do this again. Hey, there is a way out. There is a light at the end of this tunnel. Continuing our practice, let's breathe in and out. Moving through our anchors, noticing the body where the feet meet the floor or mat. If you're lying down, mattress. Sending our awareness up through the legs where the bottom, the sits bones meet your chair. Stopping anywhere for a couple extra breaths where we're experiencing some discomfort. Little stiffness in the knees or hips. Relaxing the belly. Give it a good rub. And inhaling deeply and exhaling with the hands on the belly, saying to ourselves, breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I am safe. The belly is where our sort of primal energy systems, chakras, however you want to name them, are located. The root associated with safety, the sacral, solar plexus associated with belonging and sexual function. So we're stuck there a lot, basically, with worry about survival. And holding the belly and breathing in and telling ourselves, breathing in, I ease my mind and body. Breathing out, I am safe. It's like telling our inner child, hey, you're all right. It's parenting our inner child that may have been permanently wounded and operating very loudly in the unconscious. And just relaxing the belly even further, letting it all hang out. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I am safe. I am home. I am arrived. And sending our awareness further up the body, moving through the torso, the lungs, the heart, and the throat. The seats of our expressiveness, of our ability to communicate and kind of stand up for ourselves in situations. The center of our love energy. So when we experience heartache or grief, we can feel real strong physical pain in these areas. This is also the area where panic attacks grab us, the throat, the chest, the heart. And again, hand on the heart, breathing in. I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I am safe. I am home. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I am loved. I am loving. I can choose. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, my voice can be spoken and heard. I can share in relationships and be respected and honored. Moving our awareness to the face, relaxing the shoulders, and moving our awareness to the head and up through the head. This area is the seat of all the thinking, and also our connection to the divine. And our face, of course, is our representation to the world. Eyes, mouth, nose, very important for other humans to see and recognize a face. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I have agency in my world. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, my thoughts, my words, and my actions are lined up with my highest and best intentions. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I know my unity with all life and with the divine. Breathing in, I ease my body and mind. Breathing out, I'm grateful for my connection to all life. I understand there is no separation. And continuing to breathe in and out, taking us through this body scan where we honor the different parts of ourselves and empower and recognize our agency, whether it's down below in the fight for survival, encouraging our minds in meditation to step out of flight fight, whether it's in the middle area where we honor and nurture our ability to have agency in our relationships with others and with the world, our family, intimate relationships, our professional and personal relationships, and our voice in the public sphere. We recognize and honor the need for balance in all of those areas, and if we feel unheard, we will create dis-ease in these body parts. And of course, through the top, where we connect to the bigger picture, our unity with the divine, our unity with all life, and our responsibility to share that with others in our thoughts, in how we carry ourselves, in our vibration, and keeping our vibration high and making our choices aligned with our highest and best values as a human. We're going to continue this topic for a few more weeks. There's a few different angles here. When you sit and practice on your own, be mindful of the thoughts that arise to kind of sabotage this development and nurturing of our own agency. Remember, if you feel like it's hard, that's pretty normal. Many of us, me included, have spent decades telling ourselves the opposite, that we have to fight for survival, that we're not safe in any of our relationships, that we operate in a world disconnected from others, disconnected from the divine. So that is a very frightening and lonely way to exist. And if most people are stuck there, look at the world we've made, right? So it's taken us decades to stew in that. It's going to take a little time for something else to feel natural, for something else to be default. More and more you'll see in, my Instagram little reels are popping up with that anyway. We believe what we tell ourselves. And so let's tell ourselves this story instead of the painful story we may have been telling ourselves for decades, which is also untrue, that we're alone, that we're unworthy, that we have to fight for everything. So let's tell ourselves a better story. That's the homework for the week. And I invite you to use this practice over the week to help cement your discipline. And of course, as always, I encourage you to write me and let me know how you're doing and what you might need some help with for our next practice. Thank you for joining with me today. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.